A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to class 11th business studies class. Now we are revising chapter number 2, and the topic which we are revising from chapter number 2 is joint stock companies, which is the fifth and last form of business organization, which means you can just start a business as a joint stock company also, right? But what is meant by the joint stock company? See, when we have to define that what is the joint stock company, we simply say that joint stock company are emerged to overcome the difficulties of sole proprietor and partnership organization. In the sole proprietorship and in the partnership form organization, because they people have some limited resources, and due to the limited resources and limited managerial skill, they people are actually working on a very small scale manner, and ultimately because they are working on a very small scale manner, they are not in a position to increase or expand their business. जो सच्चाई है that they are not in a position to increase or expand their business. So as a result, to overcome these problems, only for sole proprietorship and partnership, the joint stock companies topic is there. So what is a joint stock company? Earlier, there was a act, Indian Companies Act 1956, which was applicable on companies. But this act was revised in the year 2013. So now we will be saying Companies Act 2013. So according to Companies Act 2013, it is seen that company is a voluntary association of persons. Voluntary मतलब अपनी मर्जी से association है persons का, which is having this separate legal entity, which means joint stock company is a separate legal entity. Why it is a separate legal entity? Because people get their company registered with Companies Act 2013, and as a result, when they get registered, it becomes a separate legal entity. Separate legal entity मतलब अब owner और company एक नहीं होंगे. Owner is different and company's name is different. So company would be a completely different thing in that. Perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means members may come, members may go, but company always will go on. Any death, lunacy, insolvency of any of one member of the company will not affect the continuity of company. Why? Because company is different and members are different. Even all members will be died in companies, all members are died, then also the company will definitely go on. It will not stop. एक बार हुआ ऐसा, there was a company which was registered under Indian Companies Act 1956, and its AGM was just going on in Bangalore. AGM, AGM, annual general meeting, which every company holds in a year. So its annual general meeting was going on in Bangalore and in some tribal areas of Bangalore. What happened? There was a bomb blast done in that tribal area of Bangalore, and all the members of the company died on the spot. All the members of the company died on the spot. The question arises, have the company stopped now? Which means now there will not be any company and the company is now over? No. Company has a perpetual succession, which means members may come, members may go. There won't be any effect on the continuity of the company. And company is also having a common seal. Company is also having a common seal. Common seal का यहाँ पे मतलब क्या है? Common seal का मतलब है common signatures of the company, which means company has its own signature, which means company can sign and company can make its own contracts. Company अपने खुद के contracts बना सकती है sign करके, and there won't be any problem. तो आपने ये चीज ध्यान रखनी है कि company जो है it's a voluntary association. Voluntary association means अपनी मर्जी से बनाई गई association है. Association means group of persons where people come together and they make their company separate legal existence, which means they get registered with the Companies Act and their company becomes the separate legal entity. Separate legal entity means now the business will be different and member will be different. And company is also having the perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means member may come, member may go, but it is not going to affect the continuity of the business. So joint stock companies As per the Companies Act 2013, I told you earlier there was Companies Act 1956, but it was revised in 2013. So we are saying now Companies Act 2013. A company means company incorporated under this act or any other previous law. अब इस एक्ट में कंपनी की डेफिनेशन दी गई. एक कंपनी वो होती है जो या तो इस एक्ट के अकॉर्डिंग इनकॉर्पोरेट हुई है, means it is made according to this act, that is 2013, और एनी अदर प्रीवियस लॉ या किसी प्रीवियस लॉ के अकॉर्डिंगली बनी हुई है. क्यों ये यहाँ पे प्रीवियस लॉ डाला बेटे? अगर यहाँ प्रीवियस लॉ का पॉइंट ना डालते, हम ये कहते कि ये कंपनी वो कंपनी है जो 2013 एक्ट के अकॉर्डिंगली बनी है, तो यानी कि जो 2013 से पहले कंपनीज बनी हुई है वो तो इनवैलिड हो जाती. इसीलिए हमने कहा कि जो पहले एक्ट से बनी हुई है, जैसे कि 1956 के अकॉर्डिंगली, वो भी कंपनी है, और जो 2000 एक्ट के 13 के अकॉर्डिंग ना हो, अब इसके अकॉर्डिंगली बनेगी, वो भी हमारी कंपनीज है. ठीक, ये सारे प्रीवियस लॉज हैं जो नीचे लिखे हुए हैं. Earlier it was in 1866, then revised in 1882, then revised in 1913, then revised in 1942, then revised in 1956, and the latest is Companies Act 2013. Now let's see the features of joint stock company. A company is an artificial person. Artificial person, why it is an artificial person? Because I told you it is registered under Companies Act 2013, and now it is different. It is having a separate legal entity also, right? It is different from its members. So company is itself an artificial person, which means company can purchase the properties, company can borrow the funds, company can enter into contracts in its own name, but it is not an natural person. A natural person nahi hai, but yes, company is an artificial person. Then separate legal entity. You know, company is having this separate legal entity also. Separate legal entity means company is different from its members, because company is itself a legal person. It has its own assets and liabilities, and the owners have no concern over those assets and liabilities. Why? Because company is a different person, and company is having its own entity, different entity from its members. यानी कि कंपनी को लोग एबीसी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, XYZ लिमिटेड इसी नाम से जानेंगे, ये नहीं जानेंगे मिस्टर राम की कंपनी या मिस्टर श्याम का बिजनेस, मिस्टर सी का बिजनेस. नो, इट विल बी नोन एज इट्स with its own name. Formation. How company is being formed? Company is being formed with the registration under Companies Act 2013, which means various documents you have to file before the registrar for formation of company, and accordingly with the registration in 2013 Act, you can just have your company formed. So we will be discussing the formation of company also, the complete procedure, that how companies form, because there are two types of companies, mainly private and public, and both of them has a procedure how to form a company. Both of them have have some features. Both of them have some features that how a company will be formed, like promotion stage, incorporation stage, that we will be studying later. So formation ke andar we can just write it in a feature that it is being formed under registration with the Companies Act 2013 or any other previous law, and it has some legal formalities also, where some of the documents have to be made and should be presented before the registrar, and then only company can be formed. Then one of the feature is perpetual succession. I told you company will just go on, company will just move on, whatever problems or whatever hurdles, whatever things comes into the way of the company, but company will never stop, because company is created by law, and hence only the law can bring an end to its existence. Company जो है law से बनी है, law से create हुई है, company law से ही existence में आएगी. So death, insanity, insolvency, lunacy of any member of the company is not going to affect the continuity of the company. Control. Who is having the control? You know, in the joint stock company, the mainly control lies in the hands of the members, those who are being elected as a directors of the company. You know, members of the company elect the directors or the board of directors of the company, who will be taking all the decisions on the behalf of company. Of course, we know that company is an artificial person, but we should also know that company is not going to take its decision themselves. This is right that company can purchase its own assets, company can purchase its own land, or company can sign its own contract. But don't forget, company is an artificial person. It is not a natural person, which means it is not going to take its decision on like a natural person. So it's an artificial person. Ultimately, there should be some parties, or there should be some persons who are on behalf of the company going to take some decisions. And now who are going to take all the decisions? That all the decisions are going to be taken by the board of directors. So ultimately we have to see that there are some board of directors, and board of directors have to just take out all the decisions for the company only. So the control lies in the hands of board of directors. Now, what is the kind of liability that members are having in the joint stock company? The liability of members are having, basically it's a limited liability. For example, if Mr. A has purchased rupees 10 rupees share, 10 rupees share from the company, then tell me how much he is liable to pay to the company. If he has purchased rupees 10 ka share from the company, of course he will be liable to pay only 10 rupees to the company, because its liability is only 10 rupees. So I have just said that if Mr. A has purchased a share of rupees 10 only from the company, then in that case, how much amount that Mr. A has to give to the company? Of course, only 10 rupees. If he, suppose he has given rupees 5, then still he has to make the payment of 5 to the company, which means the liability would be just limited to the extent of their capital contribution. जितना उन्होंने capital contribute किया है, उतनी ही उनकी liability रहेगी. The next feature is common seal. Common seal means a company may or may not have a common seal, but generally company has a common seal because it's an artificial person, so it cannot sign the documents like a natural person. So there should be a common seal, which means the stamp of the company, which would be used for making the contract. For example, if company is going to make any contract with any party, in that case company is going to sign that contract with the common seal, which means it would be stamped on the contract, and ultimately the contract would be in the favor of the company and in the name of the company only, right? Then risk bearing. Who bears the risk of the company? Of course, the shareholders. Those who are the shareholders, means investors, they are going to take the risk also. Any profit for the company would definitely be divided among them only, and any loss to the company will of course be divided among these people only. Now let us see the merits of joint stock companies. First is limited liability. Limited liability merit, because it's a merit for the way of the shareholders and the contributors, that they have, the members have the limited liability, and they will be just liable to the amount which they have to pay to the company in the form of their capital. For example, अगर 10 रुपए का शेयर खरीदा है, तो 10 रुपया ही उनको देना है, उससे ज्यादा पेमेंट नहीं करनी है. Then transfer of shares. Whether you are able to transfer the shares or sell the shares of the company, of course yes. The investors are basically they are able, or they would be just allowed to transfer their shares to the other party. For example, if Mr. A, if suppose I have purchased the shares of Reliance India, right, and Reliance का मैंने शेयर खरीदा है, टाटा का मैंने शेयर खरीदा है, but now I want to just give the shares or transfer or sell the shares to other party, I can definitely do that. So your shares can be converted into cash at any time. You can just sell it into the capital market, and anybody else will be definitely going to buy your shares for that purpose. Perpetual existence, merits है. क्यों merit है? Because company को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बंदा मरे चाहे ना मरे, lunatic हो जाए, कुछ भी हो जाए उस इंसान को जो उसका member है, company will definitely go on. Why? Because company को इंसानों ने नहीं बनाया, company को law ने बनाया. It is registered under law, incorporated through the law. When the law has incorporated, in that case of course law has only the power to close the company also. So wind up भी law की वजह से ही होगा. So no one else can give effect to the company. So any member is died or becomes lunatic or any problem, company will not be affected from that. Scope of expansion. Of course, there is a scope of expansion in the company. This was the problem in sole proprietor, partnership, HUF, because you are limited to the resources only. You are limited to the resources to the extent that you have got the resource. But in the Companies Act, ऐसा नहीं है. In the companies, you can add up more and more members to the company, more and more shareholders or investors can be added into the company anytime. So ultimately it is observed that company has a scope for expansion, which means company can definitely expand its activities, right? Then professional management, because companies having board of directors for taking the decisions. As I told you, that members elect the board of directors, and board of directors have to actually take all the decisions in the company. So when we say that a company has a board of directors to take the decisions, so board of directors are not just elected anyhow. They have to just go through with the complete procedure, and accordingly they would be hired to work as a board of director. And they are supported by the salaried managers also, who are having the skills, for having the management skills. So they will be telling continuously to board of directors that how they have to take the decision and how they have to work in the company. So there is a professional management in the company, because all the decisions are being taken care of by a proper way and in a professional manner only. So let us now study the limitations of joint stock company, that what problems joint stock company have to face. Difficulty in formation. It's a very complex process to start a company, because you will study, even though it's a revision class, you have already studied that there are a lot of difficulties and complexities in the formation of the company, because there are a lot of stages we have to go through with that. For example, there is a promotion stage, then there is an incorporation stage, then capital subscription stage, commencement of business stage. So for formation of company, there are a lot of stages which a person has to go through, and not only the stages, in each stage he has to just make a lot of documents also, and the documentation have to be submitted in the company, in the registrar. So it's a long procedure, it's a difficult procedure, a complex formalities are there, and ultimately many people are not in a favor to start the company, because they feel like that they would not be able to complete the complex procedure, and as a result there would be a difficulty in the formation. Then lack of secrecy, because there will be a lot of members who are being joined in the company, a lot of members will be there, right? So do you think that secrets or confidential information can be maintained? Definitely it cannot be maintained, because each public company should publish their accounts, and they have to just register themselves with the Companies Act also. So Companies Act 1956, the revised act 2013, or registrar of companies who register the companies may demand your accounts anytime. So as a result, don't you think that your important information will be definitely leaked out, and your secrets will be revealed with the publicly with the people? Third, impersonal work environment. Company is a very large size. For example, malls जो होते हैं वो companies होती हैं, बड़ी बड़ी markets company होती हैं. तो the large size of a company makes it difficult to maintain personal contact with the employees, customers, and creditors. So there is an impersonal work environment. Like a boss cannot meet just every individual or every employee from the organization. So definitely it is observed that there happens a impersonal work environment in the company. Then numerous regulations, number of regulations or number of complexities, number of steps or stages they have to follow. So बहुत सारी regulations होती हैं, like compulsory audit. Audit means scanning of books of accounts, filing of reports, statutory meeting, legal meeting, जो annual general meeting which I was just talking about. Then obtaining certificates from registrar, SEBI, etc. leads to complexity. So there are a lot of regulations, rules also, which every company has to follow, which becomes a complex procedure. Delay in decision making. आपको पता है, I told you, सिर्फ sole proprietor तक there is a quick decision making, because there is only one person who has to take all the decision, only till the sole proprietor. उसके बाद after that there is always delay in decision making in every form of business organization. Why? Because people are like, when there are more than one person involved in the business, then there may be a different mindset of those persons, and as a different mindset they may think that I'm not going to follow this decision. Why? Because definitely मुझे क्या लगेगा, I'm not going to follow this decision. As a result, there is a delay in decision making, because people may not be ready in mutual decision. If suppose I'm saying yes, the other party may say no for that as well. So ultimately, due to get consent from the directors and shareholders, there may be delay in the decision making, because people may go for the different decisions. Oligarchic management. Oligarchic management means rules by a few. In the joint stock company, it is observed that there is an oligarchic management, means people rule by a few, because the control is in the hands of board of directors. As I told you, the control is in the hands of board of directors. So ultimately board of directors take all the decision, they manage and they take all the decision of the company. So ultimately it is observed that there is the oligarchic management in the company, which means there is a rule by a few people only in the company. Then conflict of interest, like in decision making, I may say that I want to take decision, but the other person may not be involved or may not be ready to take the same decision. So this is basically seen that there might be the conflict of interest also in that. I hope this is clear to all. Joint stock companies. First of all, please tell me this recording. But the third limitation is impersonal work environment. Impersonal work environment means because company is a very large in size. So don't you think that the head of the company, or basically the because of the large size of the company, it is very difficult to make the personal contact with every employee or with every customer, because it's a large in size. So of course, when we know, let's talk about the Reliance Industries. Reliance Industries have almost 2,000 of employees working. So do you think that there would be a personal contact of Ambani's and those all those employees who are working? There would be a personal contact. Like in the case of sole proprietor or partnership, there can be a personal contact. Why? Because there is only one person or some persons in the business, so they may directly contact with their employees and customers, but not in the case of company. Fourth is numerous regulations. A lot of legal formalities are there, rules and regulations are there, which we have to follow if we are going to have the company. Now, let's study the types of companies. We have three types of companies: private company, public company, and one-person company. This one-person company have been started after the revision of the law in 2013 only. Otherwise, we had both private and public from previous. Let us study the private company. Private company is basically that company in which at least 2 members will be there, and maximum there can be the 200 members. And this type of company must have private limited after its name. It must have private limited after its name. Just have a look at the first example of private company: Eagle Software India Private Limited. It's a private company. कैसे पता चला? Because it has been written, they have been written private limited. तो जब private limited word लिखा होगा, that would be a private company, and minimum it can be started with 2 members, but maximum there can be the 200 members in the private company. But what are the privileges of a private company? Why should I start the private company? Because it is very easy to start a private company. You must have already studied that there are 4 stages in starting up of the public company. But if you are starting a private company, you have to just follow the 2 stages only. There is no requirement of 4 stages. Then no need to issue the prospectus. Prospectus is basically an offer document where you offer the public and you ask them for the applying the shares or invest the shares in the company. But private company have been a limitation that there cannot be the shares purchased by the people in the private company. So ultimately they don't no need to issue the prospectus. Allotment of shares. It cannot allot the shares to raise capital. पैसा लेने के लिए इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए ये अलॉट नहीं कर सकते शेयर्स, तो ये वाला भी एक पॉइंट नहीं है. स्टार्टिंग ऑफ बिजनेस, इवन after the 2 stages of formation it can start the business, not like the public company where you require the 4 stages. Then board of directors, it need to have only minimum 2 directors, only 2 directors only. Maximum there can be 15 directors, but minimum only 2 directors are required. So ultimately it can start with only 2 directors. And there is no requirement to keep an index of members. Index of members means complete record of members. There is no requirement for that. Public company. Public company is a company which is not a private company. Means जिसके पास restriction नहीं है, which can transfer the shares, which can deal with the general public for the transfer of shares, and which must have minimum 7 members. वहाँ 2 members थे. Public company को start करने के लिए require minimum 7 members, and maximum there is no limit. No limit. कितने भी लोग, crores of people can be the member of a company. Member means shareholders of a company. You can buy the share. Public company is basically the subsidiary of a public company is treated as a public company. कोई भी a private company which is the subsidiary. Subsidiary मतलब छोटा भाई छोटी बहन, subsidiary मतलब उसकी छोटी company, उससे related छोटी company. तो a private company which is the subsidiary of a public company is treated as a public company only. Then what is one person company? OPC means a company with only one person as its member. अब कहोगे तो sole proprietor हो गया. बेटे काम सोल प्रोप्राइटर का जरूर हो रहा है क्योंकि वो एक बंदा ही कर रहा है, लेकिन ये रजिस्टर्ड है कंपनीज एक्ट में, इसलिए कंपनी बन गई और एक मेंबर चला रहा है, उसको 1% कंपनी बोला गया. सो 1% कंपनी मींस अ कंपनी विद 1% एज इट्स मेंबर and which have been registered with the section 3(1) of Indian Companies Act 2013. So let us see the difference of public and private on the basis of members. देखो पब्लिक में मिनिमम 7 members, maximum unlimited. Private में minimum 2 members, maximum 200. Public company minimum directors 3, private company minimum directors 2. Index of members, index मतलब कि record of members. Private company में not compulsory, public company में it's compulsory. Transfer of shares, in private company restriction on shares, in public company no restriction on shares. Anybody can sell the shares to anyone. Invitation to public, because private company is not dealing with the public, so they do not invite the public for issue of shares, but public company invite because it is dealing with the shares, so it invite the public. Then the difference you can just study from your book. Okay,